we can't stand, unless it's based on decency and righteousness. But just because, we have to understand what are the ghosts that's within us. Many times we find people are divided, but many times we were divided in our homeland of Africa. You had ethnic disputes, ethnic groups. We don't want to say tribes, because tribes is primitive. We come from ethnic, high class, and when I say high class, meaning honorable and respectful people. That's our history in many instances. But we also had underminers and traitors and deceivers who somehow thought money and getting ahead materially was more important than continuing to be intimacy on a social level. Social level means we have to be socially intelligent on how to get along with people. That's true love, real love. When we know how to interact with each other so that we all can grow versus being crabs in the barrel. So that's a slave habit that we still have today. Envy and jealousy in a negative way, where we become crabs in a barrel to stop, not knowing that we stop each other or we stop the whole process of community development. When we're self-centered, selfish, me, instead of we oriented. So that means a change in the mindset, how we think. Again, it goes right back to the mind. And we have that powerful saying, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. But time is also a terrible thing to waste. So we have to understand how to utilize time. Malcolm is noted very profoundly that when he was incarcerated in a physical institution, he did not serve time, but rather he allowed time to serve him. He studied the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he studied, as the world know more, he studied the entire dictionary. And because of that, allowing time to serve him, he became one of the greatest social reformers. From a thug, drug dealer, hustler, to revamping and reutilizing his mind change, a mindset change, is imperative in order to make a rebound and begin to develop the way Allah intends for us to grow. So we have to understand our true identity, who we are. All of us are blessed with skills, talent, strength. In fact, we have more strengths than weaknesses. When we talk about our true identity, it's much deeper than our ethnic culture. But who are we today? What am I put on this earth to do? What is it that Allah has ordained for me to discover about me? Is one of the challenges that we all have to go about in discovering. And once we begin to discover who we truly are, our true identity, then we begin to work and develop in that area. And when we truly are developing and working in the area in which we were created to be, we can't help but be happy and motivated and not sad, frustrated, confused, irritable, upset, mad, none of those things. Because when we're working at who we are, towards who we are, we know we are designed to make contributions to the world. And that brings about peace, happiness, success. And again, if we are socially intelligent, we begin to work with each other, to network with each other, so that we can strive towards excellence and productivity. So again, the title today is, are we sure we are fully submitting to our most graciously merciful Creator? So it encompasses everything that we need to do about me and family and community as far as growth, productivity, development that leads to prosperity in the true sense of the spiritual sense of prosperity. Not only we need the material prosperity, because we need community life. We need businesses. You know, one of the basic reasons why we have perhaps the highest unemployment and underemployment rate is because of our mindset. We were told to get a good education to get a good job. So that's a misleading orientation. Perception again. And so millions of African Americans today are academically astute, but they're working for somebody else. Yes, sir. And if I'm working for somebody else, I can't hire not one unemployed African American. That's right. And so what do we have as alternative? Drugs. What has drugs done to our community? People not having clear vision can be influenced by media. You know, how children try to be Spider-Man, and then teenagers try to be Superfly. And adults many times are trying to mimic an image portrayed in the media. That's not education. That's being hoodwinked, bamboozled, tricked, conned, and had into being cloned into something that you are not. Now who's behind all those deceptions? Satan. Through various forms. How does he get into my mind? How do I justify? Well, Satan comes in justification. I'm justifying what I'm doing is correct. But am I correct? No, it's in the justification that I think is correct, but the justification is faulty. So I call it master justification. It's a slave master today. Master justification, if is deceptive. Master excuse. Oh, I got excuses for everything. And we see people who they always got an excuse. But who's behind this perception? This excuse? Satan. Master alibi. Oh, I always got an alibi. Who's behind that? Satan. You know, I tell my students many times, many of them are controlled by Master D, since they know about Master P. Master D. So many of them are, I call them former honor roll students, because they started off on the R and S caliber, excellence. But somehow down the line they were deceived by Master Slick. Master Slick said, you ain't got to study and get no A's no more. Get a D. And you're passing. And look what's happened with the youth. If they think they are passing with a D, how they have undermined their growth and development. Because now they're working at the minimum. And where can they go with a D average in life? And so we have to elevate that or translate that into adulthood. Many times we on low caliber, D, low expectations, negative talk, not thinking positive. You know, negatives is bombarding my mind. So I'm feeling bad all the time. I wake up every morning and first thing that comes to my mind is a cussing word. So many people wake up that way every day, and they're not happy with their situation. Well, how did they get in that situation was a mindset of what they think, what they believe about themselves, their potentials. Potentials means a lot. You know, so we have to recognize that the effects of slavery, a lot of people don't bring up the past. But if you go to a doctor, a medical doctor, the first thing he want to know is your medical past. Mm-hmm. Why? And